gonna be a conversation, but I gotta
Yeah.
keep it focused because you got a treadmill-a-thon coming up.
Yeah, man. It's people joke with me all the time because I run,
You
but
run. No, he
nah.
runs. I saw the picture. You had about 500 medals. So I said, how's he holding 500 medals? It's crazy.
Man, it's just I just always had the love of running since I was little. My mom, she told me this story one time. She said, boy, when you was little, you would kick out the screen door and you would be gone. Be running through the project butt naked. And she said she'd be having folks running out to be trying to catch me.
Oh man.
So I just always loved running, man. I ran in high school, but I just had this thing for long distance running.
Yeah.
I ran cross country and I played soccer and I had injured my knee my senior year of high school and I didn't run. So one day I was just sitting around the house and I said, man, I'm just gonna go see how I feel.
Right.
Man, I went out running, went around the neighborhood, and before you know it, I started running from my house down to my old high school. Shout out Charles Lincoln Harper High School, the mighty Trojans.
Hey, listen, real.
So I would run from my house in Plainsville, all the way down to the school track, and then run back home.
Wow.
So, one day, turned into 2 days, 2 days turned into 3 days. So, and then I was running like, 4 or 5 days a week.
Wow.
And so I just always had this love for running.
Yeah.
And, fast forward, moved to Charlotte working for all the, different record companies and stuff. And then when I moved back to Atlanta, I didn't run probably almost 10 years when I was in Charlotte.
That's pretty surprising because you got the love for it, the bug for it, and
but I was new in my position. I was a rookie.
Yeah.
My first promotion job, so I was spending a lot of time just homing in on my craft. And then where I stayed, that was a main thoroughfare, so it wasn't like I could go running.
Yeah.
So, sitting in the house all day, working from the house, traveling, eating.
Eating good, too.
Man, look, dude, I was eating at Waffle House every night because that was before I got married. So I wasn't cooking. So, man, but I just seen, like, the weight just started coming on, like.
Yeah.
But, I was, like, enjoying what I was doing, so I had to get it down. So, years go by, we move in the neighborhood, I would run. But nothing like it was until I moved back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I moved back, man, and I was running like 1 mile a day. That was it. That's all I could do.
Yeah.
Me and my neighbor. And then that 1 mile went to 2 and then 3, and then he was like, yo, dude, I can't run with you no more.
You done outran your neighbor.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I just started, regimen for for these 5Ks and 10Ks. And then some said, hey, man, why don't you run a marathon?
That was that little thing on your shoulder?
Yeah, that thing said, man, why don't you run a marathon? I was like, so I started doing my research on different races, and I ran the inaugural ING marathon, which is 26.2 miles.
Sheesh, that's a road trip.
Yeah, so I did it in like 4 hours and something.
That's crazy. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, so I just got the bug, man. So I went, half marathons, 10Ks, and, then this year, another little thing on my shoulder said, hey, man, why don't you run an ultra marathon?
Wow.
And I was like, what is an ultra marathon? Anything past 26 miles, 26.2 miles. So I did my first ultra a couple of months ago out at Sweetwater, which was a 50K, 33 miles.
That's
Took
crazy.
me like 9 hours to do it.
So, because I'm not really familiar with those, so you just go straight and you stop, you take a, what do you do?
Well, it's a combination of running and walking because you got these inclines, and if anybody's ever been to Sweetwater Creek, like, it's a lot of hills. I mean, it looks like you're out somewhere else. It doesn't even look like you're in like literally right in the city.
Yeah, it feels like you, because I've been out there to fish, not to run.
Yeah, but man, I mean, I was going up these inclines, man. I mean, it was like incredible. And see, I still got dings and dongs from on my toes and nails from just falling, going through water. I mean, it was something. And then come to find out, it's one of the toughest 50Ks in the country. I didn't know that going into it.
You found out the hard way.
I was like, the first one I did is like the toughest one, and then I was still sick. I was coming off a cold. So, but I just love it, man.
Yeah.
I just love running. It's nothing like it. And then I tease people all the time. I say, I'm in the sports now that if I'm gonna get hurt, it's gonna be because of me.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be because of nobody else hit me or trip me up. So if I fall and I'm running, now I ain't got nobody to blame but myself.
There you go.
Yeah.
How exhilarating is it when you get out in these beautiful scenes, you running, something you love to do anyway? Like, take us through maybe an emotional take on what you see and all this atmosphere. Are you able to take it in, or is it just straight focused on the goal?
Man, I'm taking it all in, and I'm focused on the goal. Because one thing I tell people all the time, running, especially the type of running that I do, I'm now calling myself an endurance athlete. That's what I'm calling myself. So I'm not in the competition competing with people.
Yeah.
You compete against nature, and if you're serious, you'll compete against the clock.
Yeah.
So but it's this thing that people say about runner's high, which is absolutely true.
Yeah.
Because you get in a zone and you just go to a whole nother level in your head and your body, even though your body might be saying, stop. But that inner man is saying, keep going.
Keep going, Rick.
Keep going. Keep pushing through it. And I just love it, man. I just love pushing my body to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even riding. I ride too. I'm a cyclist too.
Yeah, I've been seeing you and Big Bear got me enthused about riding. I went and got me a bike, man. I took off out my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I went down the street just to make sure I could still ride a bike. And I came back up the hill. I gave up that day, Rick. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was over with.
I got two bikes. I got a hybrid, which I ride in the neighborhood, which I ride, the hills and stuff, and then I got my road bike. But this was maybe 2000. Yeah, it was 2000 because my dad died in July of 2000, and this was December 24th, man. I told my wife, I said, hey, I'll be back. I'm going to Silver Comet and ride.
Yeah.
Dude, I was out there from about 10 till about 10:30 that night.
That's
I rode all the way to Alabama and back.
Wow.
113 miles.
Clearing your head and
just clearing my head, and it was just me. It was nobody out there. Nobody was really riding. Nobody was riding. It was 24th of December.
Yeah.
I just took off.
Yeah.
I just took off, and I was like, man, I like this. I just like pushing.
Yeah,
I like
the limit. Yeah.
pushing the limit.
But I think that's an ode to you just as a person. I mean, you don't get inducted into the Hall of Fame for nothing.
Oh, man, yeah.
That's a serious situation. You know what I mean? I think that's how you take your work ethic from, working to cycling to running, and then now, obviously, I knew you through doing the radio and your nonprofit. It seems like you take that Rick the Runner mentality to everything you do.
I do. I mean, because me growing up, me being from Atlanta, and I had low self-esteem, man. I was one of them dudes. Even though I was popular amongst my friends, but I just had a very low self-esteem. I just really didn't believe in myself. And then, I had a counselor tell me that I couldn't be successful in the entertainment industry. So that kind of threw me back. Like, you're supposed to be my guidance counselor, pushing me, and then for her to say, well, I don't know if you can make money doing that. You need to find something else to do. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is something I love to do. You telling me I can't make money? So that was, after I figured it out, I was like, that was always my driving force. Like, I'm gonna prove her wrong.
Right.
I'm gonna be successful in this, in the entertainment industry. But, it was never, even to this day, I don't run to impress people. It's all about me. And I think people have to understand, like, you have to deal with those inner demons and things without any interference from anybody else. How do I work on myself first? Before I can, I guess, have people to really pay attention to who I am and what I do. I just never really got caught up in into that. You know, everything that I do it because I love to do it. I love being in the entertainment industry. I love, running. I love cycling. You know, everything that I do, I go hard for it.
Super hard, yeah.
So even during the last 2 years of COVID, I started painting. Never knew I could paint.
Yeah, now say your pseudo name. Give it to me.
It's Ricasso.
It is.
My wife gave me the name Ricasso. I was, it was something to do, man, because like I said, when my dad died, that was my dog, just like you and Pop.
Right.
Me and my dad was just like that, man. I mean, he taught me so much, man, and just gave me so much game. I think I'd never be the man that he was. I know
exactly the sentiment you feel.
You know what I'm saying?
In his mind, he knows you're better, but in your mind, you like, man, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Man, my dad was my superhero, bro.
I know the feeling.
I never will. I can't even. I don't hold a candlestick to my dad. My dad worked 2 jobs. He raised 3 kids. He's married to my mom for 54 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was that dude.
Yeah.
And I learned so much from him. So when he died, it's like something died in me.
Gotcha.
But then I started painting, and I would just be in the basement for hours. And I would just be like just working on pieces, man, and I would do them, and then I would just put them to the side. I wouldn't even let my wife see them at first. Like,
see, you can't do that, man.
Yeah, I just wouldn't let. I wouldn't let her see them at first, and then she came. Then I did one, and I was like, "Ooh, this one is nice."
Yeah.
And she came down, and she was like, "Oh, I like that."
Did she say who did that?
Then she touched it or something and messed it up. I forgot what happened.
Now she can't come back down.
And I was like, "You can't come back down here." But a friend of ours came down from North Carolina, and she saw a couple of pieces that I did, and she was like, "I want to buy this." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Girl, you want to buy this?" She was like, "How much?" I was like, "I don't know." So she bought 2 pieces, and then I finally got up enough nerves to post something on social media, and people were like, "Wow." So at that point, that gave me, gave me a little something, a little swag. Yeah.
Right?
So last year, man, I did 19 commission pieces.
Wow. Let me hit the hype bell for that, man.
Yeah.
Man, does it all. I like it.
Yeah, man, 19 commission pieces, man, and then Yancey introduced me to a brother from Oakland who's a phenomenal artist.
Okay.
And Milton Bowen.
Yeah. Okay.
And man, that was the best meeting I had, man. I drove down to his gallery. He moved down to Alabama and just for a real artist to recognize that, to give you game and to really see potential in what you were doing, man, I was like blown away, because I was like, I didn't really consider myself an artist.
You doing therapy almost, and kind of getting to yourself and just an outlet.
And he was looking at it like, dude, you got something. And I was like, wow, because I couldn't even color in lines.
Me neither. That's why I'm like, oh man, you over here related to Bob Ross. I can't even keep it in the lines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it was good for a real artist who's been trained to see that I had something, and I was like, man, this is great. So that was another passion of mine. I was like, so I got paintings all over the basement, man. Paint, and I came up with my little secret formula, how I mix my paints and all that stuff, the stuff that I use. So I just took those last couple of years to just kind of home in on the craft and just really just figure out, okay, how I'm gonna do this, what's gonna be my signature thing, and then I use resin on all of my paintings. So you got to learn how to use resin. It ain't something that everybody know how to use. So
I only use it on the floor. So
I
got what you said.
Yeah. Then I stopped wearing my mask, so my brain, I might have some fried brain cells. My wife be like, "You open up all the windows in the house. I smell this stuff all the way upstairs." But I just get down there, man. I just be working on pieces. I might have 2 or 3 pieces going on at the same time.
Wow. So you mean you literally hitting one and you get an idea for this one and you coming back on this side. So that's
I
amazing,
might have some
man.
leftover paint from a piece, and I like, okay, let me try this. Let me see how this turns out.
Yeah.
You know, and I tried, and I'm like, oh, okay, that comes out good. Cause mine's really abstract. It's really how you move your hands, move the canvas and stuff. The paints, how you mix the paints, what paints you using, the colors, and all that type of stuff. So.
I had to do a whole show.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother show.
See that now? I got to come to the basement and watch you work, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I want to do a art show. I've been talking to a good friend of mine, Dave Manuel, who's the director of arts and culture for Fulton County, and talking about doing an art show, and then doing a live painting on the spot for somebody. So
that's awesome.
It's cool, man. I it's just something else that I love to do when I can't get outside and run and ride. I just stay in the house and I just go down there and I get it. I'll be thinking about something and I jump up, write down the colors, and then I go in there and I start working.
I love it, man. I love it. Let me hit the hype bell for that. All right, let's talk about this event because in Georgia, and I know you can do this anywhere, but in Georgia, it's 347 degrees outside in the daytime.
Yeah.
But you made it so everybody can get involved. You got a 12-hour treadmill-a-thon.
Yeah.
For Georgia's youth.
Yeah.
Talk to me about it.
So, of course, I'm the founder of Music Education Group, which I founded in 2017. And it was, MEG as we call it. We've done stuff before. Remember our event with Tip?
Yep.
Yeah, that was
a
big.
Few events.
Yeah. But the program has actually grown, man, and I'm very proud of what we've accomplished. Shout out to our executive director James Caldwell, who's working hard and really making a lot of things happen. But we've partnered with the City of Atlanta Parks and Recs, where we have the only technology center in any parks and recs, which is over in Mechanicsville in the Dunbar Community Center, which we've been working over there for years and really just, really been entrenched in the community, not just going over there and just doing a program and leaving, but we actually have some real, we're committed to that community. Yeah. So we have a partnership there. We're finishing up our summer programs over at Adams Park, where we also started teaching kids how to screen print. So shout out to my brother Stanley Clark, who donated his old printing equipment to us. Nice. So we taught the kids how to screen print over the summer. And of course we have a new partnership. Well, it's not new. Several years old now. We partnered with the Atlanta Police Foundation, the At Promise Center. So we have 2 locations, the one off of Metropolitan and then the new one, Walter and Andrew Young at Promise Center on Campbellton Road. So we operate 2 studios over at those places as well. Yeah. But James and I really met years ago because of this project. And the project we met, it was the John Lennon tour bus, where they have this tour bus and it's a studio and all this stuff, and then they bring it around, they take it around the country. And so we always said that we wanted to have our own bus.
Right.
So I had been getting calls from a lot of other communities outside of Atlanta to come and do programming. They
see the impact you've been having in Atlanta with these kids. You changing lives. You changing the trajectory of where they're going.
Yeah. So my cousin, she lives in LaGrange. She's active in the community. So she talked to one of the bishops at the church down there, and we were talking about bringing the program to LaGrange and down in Brunswick when all that stuff was going on, and then just other areas where I have relationships at in different, in these different cities. So I said, you know what? I said, I think it's time for us to start raising funds for this bus. So I said, you know what? What better way to, raise funds? I mean, we can do the traditional fundraiser, black tie event, all that type of stuff, which I did last year. We raised money for our Christmas event, but I was like, man, I'm turning 56 this year. What better way to do it is on the treadmill.
Make it fun.
Right. Have people come out, walk, exercise, whatever, and just make it a fun thing. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do this 12 hours. Of course, my wife, she's hitting the floor. She's like, you're not gonna be on the treadmill for 12 hours.
I rode for 12 hours to Alabama and back.
So, so everybody looking at me like, man, you got to be out of your mind. You're going to be on the treadmill for 12 hours? I'm just saying, hey, you just got to come and see.
You got to see it.
You just got to come and see what we're doing. So, we're doing it at Welcome All Park, which is over in the city of South Fulton, where I live. It's at the largest rec center in the city. And we're also working on some other things for that community. So I talked to a couple of the city councilwomen, Councilwoman Helen Willis and Carmelita Gomes, because the center is in District 3, which is Councilwoman Willis' district, and Councilwoman Gomes, it kind of butts up against, 2 and 3. Yeah, so I talked to them and I said, hey, I would like, to do this event. And they was like, well, any way we can help, we're going to help. We know what you all are doing, and we know what you're trying to do for the community. So we're going to do this event on August 26th, which is my birthday, a Friday, from 12, starting at 12 a.m. I will be on the treadmill, and I will be stopping at 7 p.m.
There we go.
So all the monies that we will raise will go towards this mobile studio unit. So, what we're really telling people is you can go to our website, www.themeg.life, hit the donate button and donate. You can do our Cash App, which is $ Music Ed Group, and make a donations. 100% of the proceeds are going to go towards this bus.
Right.
Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Welcome All Park. We're going to bring the treadmills in the gym, up above the gym, and the basketball court is a track. So people can come and walk, and
part of the situation.
You can be part, make a small donation, and then we're planning some other things too. We're gonna have a live DJ there, and we're gonna have some vendors there. Actually, my chiropractor is going to come, and she's going to be giving some adjustments and all this type of stuff. So we're going to have the Center for Black Women's Wellness is going to be there passing out information. So we're still looking for vendors. Anybody who wants to come out. I'm looking for a smoothie vendor.
Okay.
I want somebody
to tap in.
Yeah, so anybody that's dope with the smoothies, we want them to come out. And we're just going to make it a fun day, man, of, donating and exercising and just have fun. I just want people to just come out. If y'all just want to come out and just watch me on the treadmill, you can do that too.
There we go.
But we're gonna be live streaming as well too.
Yeah, we're gonna bring some water. We're gonna bring your water for the treadmill.
There it is, right there, because I'm gonna need plenty of it.
Need a lot of water for 12 hours on the treadmill.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of water.
We're gonna bring our ice to bully water for you, man.
There it is. Yeah, man. But I'm just, man, I love being a servant.
Yeah.
I love serving my community. And as you know, serving ain't a sexy thing, because people don't get it like we get it. And that's cool.
That's fine, yeah.
And that's fine. And it took me a long time to learn that, because I used to get mad, because I'm like, don't y'all see what's going on? Why don't y'all get involved? But it ain't meant for everybody.
That's true.
It's not meant for everybody, because you really got to be humble. You got to be humble to go and ask somebody to support something. Yeah. Especially when you're talking about their finances. To support something that they might not believe in.
Yeah, or it may not directly affect
them.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it indirectly affects you.
Absolutely.
As we see what's been going on in the city.
Yeah.
You
get a kid an opportunity to do something better with their life, and they may not have the opportunity to do something that can negatively affect yours.
Exactly. Right. Because I don't care where you stay, it's going to affect you one way or the other. It's going to have some type of impact on how we live.
Yeah.
So it's like, get involved, just, do something, give back. We've been given so much, and I've had some great mentors in my life, man, who have helped me, through my career. And I just, said that I wanted to give back to, to the youth what somebody gave me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in this position if somebody didn't believe in me and say, hey, Rick, you can do this.
Absolutely.
I'm going to show you how you can do this. And I'm going to stick with you through it. I mean, me and my mentor, shout out my brother Teddy Aston. We still talk. Guy that gave me my first job in the business, David Linton. We still talk. And I'm still receiving.
Yeah.
I'm still,
But you're giving, and I think that's what makes you to be able to receive. It's a reciprocated thing.
Yeah.
You take in, but you also give out. You always gave me game anytime we talked. Or if you had an opportunity, you not afraid to share it. And I think that people like you have longevity like that and are able to keep those lasting relationships.
Yeah. No, it's important, man. You gotta be an open book.
Yeah.
Because you just never know the things that you went through and sharing how it could have an impact on somebody else's life.
Yep.
And I was just talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and we was just talking about just the whole social media thing. And I just always kept it in mind, when I post this, it's always to inspire, to lift up, to celebrate.
Yeah.
And to and to encourage.
Yeah, because it's enough of the other stuff.
Yeah, it's enough.
It's what you putting out.
Yeah, and at first I'd be honest, I had an issue with social media, because every time I would look and see what was going on, it was just the bragging and and I'm like, people are hurting, man. People don't want to see nobody flashing money and driving cars when they.
It's
when
like
they trying to
reel. When
yeah,
the real life stuff.
Yeah, people are really hurting, man. They want to be inspired, and that's why I just saw an article where they said that the suicide rate,
it's high, sky high.
Yeah, with black men, is through the roof, and I'm like, wow, because society, man, has really gotten us to think that we have to live a certain way and be a certain way, and if we don't have the bling, the flash, the cars, the money, the clothes, that you're less than, and that's not the case.
Nah, success is relevant to who you are and what you're putting out.
Right. And we have to be, and you have to be comfortable in that space. You have to know that, hey, what I'm doing is having a positive impact on somebody.
Absolutely.
And you might, and we might not even see, the results of all the hard work that we've put in throughout the years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's why, for me, it's always about just giving back. Even with, my godson, had him, since he was 7 years old. He's 25 years old, got his own business, doing his own thing, and just to be a part of that, his life.
Yeah.
And to just, the payoff for me is just saying, Pops, I appreciate what you did.
Yeah. Yeah. That impact.
I'm a part of Big Brother, Big Sister, and my little brother is now becoming a senior in high school this year.
Wow.
And just being with him since he came out of middle school, now all the way through high school and getting ready to graduate next year, is like, man, dude, like, so that's the payoff for me.
Yeah.
Is to be there to give advice, not give up. Even through when COVID, we couldn't see each other, but we was on the phone, we was on the video, and just so I can make sure that he knew that I'm whatever's going on,
you there.
Yeah, and the work that we do, man, we sacrifice a lot, bro, and people don't even really understand.
Yeah, because it's like we could have way more personally than you do, but you're giving out so much to make sure other people are all right, and that's all right.
Yeah,
you want to do it, but it is a sacrifice.
Yeah,
yeah.
17 years of doing this, I ain't received not one check.
Yeah, me neither.
From MEG.
17, but Pause America Youth been going since '97.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I have not received not one check. But what we were able to do was pay 9 kids this summer.
There we go. Let me hit the high bell for that.
For the summer program, we were able to pay 9 kids. We got contractors on payroll that we pay.
Right.
So for me, I mean, that's
beautiful.
That
Priceless.
yeah, because I remember when everything was coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
It still do.
Yeah,
But
I know what you mean.
you know, just certain things you still got. You know, my wife sees our finance manager. She handles all of the finances for MEG.
Yeah.
And boy, she don't play.
Yeah.
So, you know, me and James be like, yo, let's do this. She be like, where the money coming from?
Let's refocus that thought.
So I be like, man, I have to sneak and go pay it out of my own money. But I don't mind. I don't care.
Right.
You know, I don't care. It's what I love to do. I ain't gonna even say this is what I signed up for. Mm-hmm. It's what I love to do.
Yeah, and you can see that with everything you're doing, from the running to the cycling to MEG to your job, your regular, what pays the bills.
My regular that pays the bill, man. And I got an incredible, boss who, mm-hmm. they don't trip. Long as the work is done,
and it's gonna get done.
Number one priority. I'm up in the morning making sure that the work is getting done.
Absolutely.
So. And I have to be on top of my game because I do so much.
Yeah, and you're at the top. You're at the top of the top when it comes down to what's going on in the entertainment world. I mean, you work with everybody from Anita Baker to P. Diddy. So you know what I'm saying. So when you talk about Hall of Fame, that's you, man.
You know that's crazy because Teddy he texted me and he was like, "You're being nominated for." Mm-hmm. The Hall of Fame. He abbreviated it. So I was like, what is this?
Right?
Like, what is this? And then he texted me back a couple of days later and was like, congratulations. You've been inducted into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. Right. So I called him and I was like, Ted, I ain't trying to be funny, but what is this? And I said, and why me?
Right.
He said, "Hey man, you've done a great job." Mm-hmm. Like I was like, "Wow!" Like, and when you're on the business side, on the back end side of stuff, you don't really look for the accolades and stuff. We take a record number one, we celebrate for a couple of days, and then we move on.
Next record,
we on to the next record. Yeah. We on to the next artist. It's like, we got that one off our plate.
Yeah.
So I've always just had that mentality, like, okay, let's move on. So I never really reflect back on the contributions and things that I've done in the industry. It's just like, hey man, this is what I'd do this. If I didn't have responsibilities, I'd be doing this for free anyway. So, I think I've been doing it for 36 years. Who does that?
Right.
So I had to really reflect and be like, man, this is it. So I started doing my research on it, and I was like, man, this is really big. Mm-hmm. Then I saw that.
You see the names associated with it.
My brother Hurricane Dave, Derek Harper, Rashard Ritchie, my sister Darlene McCoy, and I was like, wow, and these are all people that these are my friends, and we're all being inducted into this Hall of Fame at the same time on the same day, which is my wife's birthday.
Wow, that's amazing.
Which is crazy. So, man, I also, and it still has not really sunk in.
Yeah.
Yet, but just been people like Hall of Famer, and I'm like, man, y'all are crazy. But it's an honor, and I'm humbled by it, and I'm honored to be amongst these giants of the business, and to have my name to live on. I've just always taken what I do serious, because it is an art to doing radio promotions, and you gotta love it.
Yeah, and you massaging a lot of relationships. You dealing with a lot of personalities. It's a lot.
And people don't understand that, because I can go from one call to the next call, and the change and the tone and everything is totally different. So I got to be able to change on the fly because of the people that I'm dealing with.
Right.
And you got to be a people person too, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be in this business and not be a people person.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know, and you have to be a person that's willing to humble yourself too. because you gotta understand, we are asking somebody to
Yeah.
do something for us.
Right.
But it's also a partnership too.
That's true.
It's a give and take, because you're gonna ask me to do something, whether I have artists in town or promotion or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So it's a relationship, but it's also a partnership. It's a partnership.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the young people who are getting into business, they don't really understand.
Yeah,
They don't
you
really
gotta realize
understand
it's not
that.
about them on the
Yeah.
end. It's all about the end result.
All
Right.
about the end result.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the record played, doing whatever we need to do to move product,
And being able to come back.
being able to come back.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people, boy, when they out of work,
Mm-hmm.
they can't come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just, and I mean, for whatever reason.
Yeah. I
You
know
know.
what you mean.
So my thing is always try to, be a man of my word, keep a good name out there. I know everybody don't like Ric Ross, and that's cool. I get it.
But
I understand.
they gotta respect it, especially from the work and from
I'm gonna
everything.
put the work in, bro.
Yeah.
I have put the work in.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I have worked and I have given up a lot
Yeah.
to be in this game. And the thing for me is, I knew that going into it because of my mentors and the people that I've been around,
Yeah.
and the things that I've seen. I knew how this game was gonna go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, don't nobody owe me nothing. But I've created these opportunities for myself, and that's why when I started MEG, it was about to teach young people about the business of music.
Yeah, I remember doing stuff in Best Academy and getting the studio put up in there, and that was massaging relationships within itself.
Yeah.
And then just being able to show those kids something different, putting on those talent shows, and then doing the same things inside of the youth houses and the orphanages and everything, man.
Yeah, man, we've done it all, man. We went to the juvenile prisons and all. I mean, man, we have touched a lot of kids over the years.
Yeah.
And but the best thing for me, man, is running into one of them kids on the street and saying, "Hey, Mr. Ross, I remember when you did this or did that. I just want to thank you. This is what I'm doing now."
Yeah.
And that's the payoff for us, bro.
It is, man. Man, there was one kid that we both were dealing with Tanya in the school. She introduced both of us to one kid. I think he was headed down the wrong way.
Yeah.
I ended up seeing this guy like 5 years ago. And mind you, this is probably about an 8 year since we seen him, man. He stopped me. I definitely didn't remember him, but he stopped me. He's like, "Man, y'all saved my life."
Yeah.
He was working where I was at. He was like, "Man, I wouldn't be here working to this day if I hadn't went and did that thing. And y'all talked to me, and Mr. Ross talked to me, and you and your pop sat me down and just kind of pointed me in the right way." So those are things that keep you going.
Yo, man, most definitely, man. I mean, it's nothing like seeing one of the kids that you work with, get to that next level. One kid that we work with, man, we had to stay on top of him, stay on top of him. He finally graduated from high school, doing good, got a job, and then we have some young ladies in our program who's going off to college. And I mean, it really just makes you smile. It makes you want to continue to move and do this, man. But that's the payoff for me.
Absolutely.
It's not about somebody giving me an award, or somebody saying, "Rick, here's something for you." Nah, man, it's all about these kids for us.
Yeah.
Because we in the trenches. That's what we, that's what we do. My board chair, Reginald Crossley, we talk about this all the time, man. You just got to be, you have to be committed.
Yeah, you do. Shout out to Reg.
Yeah, you gotta be committed, man. And there are people who work in this space. They ain't really committed.
Hey, some people might be around for pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all right. We just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the payoff for you, then great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is just don't play around.
Yeah, with somebody else's future.
Right. Because when you engage with these kids,
they can smell it, and they know when you're not serious.
What?
Yeah, they will point you out.
Man, what you talking about?
They call you out. And they don't care who you are.
They reckless with it, bro. They don't care.
Yeah, they know if you're there for community service hours.
Yeah. Yeah, they know if you just there for one time, and you're gonna come in, do what you need to do, and leave. And I mean, it was like that when we started over in Mechanicsville, man. They were looking at us like we were crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
they not used to people being committed, but once you shown that consistency, it's over with. They with you for life.
man, dude, we got some great partners over there.
Yeah.
Coach Dip, and my sister Watrina, and I mean, just the whole neighborhood just embraced us.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, it's just been a great partnership, you know, to work over in that community. Yeah. And you know, we just want to we want to spread it. You know, we want to do the same thing over in the city of South Fulton.
You definitely about to do that all over across the country with this bus. That's why I need everybody tap in, get ready to donate for this treadmill-a-thon.
Yeah.
We got our treadmill set up in our gym studio. So I'll be on that thing. I don't know how long. It ain't going to be 12 hours. But I'll be on it. See, my knees I don't have the knees like I used to. You know what I'm saying? My knees, they senior citizens. You know what I'm saying? So it's for years of hooping.
Hey, man, I tell people all the time, do something. Just walk.
We're going to do something.
Yeah, just walk, man. I got some brothers, man. We went to elementary and high school together, right?
Yeah.
And we just all reconnected during COVID, man. Every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning.
That's beautiful.
We do the fitness check-in, man.
Yeah. That's what you need, man. It's good to have those accountability partners.
Man, dude, they keep me on my toes, bro.
Yeah.
And it ain't no competition in that, because they all do one walk, one lift weights. Like, we all doing different things. Yeah, we all do different things, man. But think about it, we're all active.
Yeah,
you know, we're all active, and we do the check-in every morning. Mm-hmm. And you know, and we keep it moving, man. So it keeps me motivated. Even them days when I don't want to work out and I turn that phone on and I get that ding.
You gotta do something now.
I say, man, I'm going to hit it. You know, I'm going to hit it. So it motivates me, and I hope that I do the same thing for them. You know, keeping them inspired and working out. So we some old dudes, man, just trying to be around for a couple more years, however long God got us on this earth, man. You know, we just trying to do the best with our bodies, man. Yeah. And because you can't do the work that we do and not be in some type of shape, man. Mentally.
Yeah. And the physical will help you a little bit with your mental health as well, man.
Absolutely.
Endorphins release, you working out, you feel better. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But we need to get out and move, exercise, move the body, get the body moving, get the mind moving. It helps us with all that other stuff, man. You know, stress, bring down your stress level, and all, you know, just a multitude of things, man. And then, you know, of course, trying to eat as best as we can.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that plays a big part into it too. So I ain't saying that I'm sitting here and I eat, you know, all the good stuff. I eat what I want to eat.
That's what me too. I mean, they gotta have balance.
Yeah, I ain't going crazy with it, but
you gonna run. You see, you running. You gonna do something.
Cause I know if I'm gonna go eat this big old steak and all this and baked potato, I know the next day I got to get up in the morning. I got to go work. I got to go get it in. Mm-hmm. So I don't deprive myself of nothing that I like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't go crazy with it.
Right.
But I pretty much eat what I want to eat.
There you go, man.
You know, I'm enjoying it.
There you go.
I just know I got to get up in the morning and hit it.
That's it, man. Everything in moderation, Rick. I appreciate you coming by and chopping it up with us about this wonderful event. I need everybody to tap in to the website. Where can they get to the website off your Instagram, and tell them where to follow you at and find you at?
Yeah, you can follow us at Music Ed Group on all social media platforms. You can follow me at Ric the Runner. And you can go to our website, themed.life. We got the donation button on there. If you want to make a donation. Got a little short video that we're going to be putting up on the website, just kind of give everybody a little history on what this event is about. But, you know, if you're here in the city, man, come out on the 26th. Come out and hang out. I got my brother Jerome Stansel. He's gonna be doing some stuff. He's putting together some stuff now, and you know, we're just gonna have fun that whole day, man. It's just a day of, you know, celebrating, having fun, you know, I'm turning 56.
There we go.
You know, man, I'm like,
everybody need to. I'm about to start walking, man, so I can look good like that. When you know what I'm saying, everything looking clean and healthy. I see you, player.
Yeah, man. You know, I try, brother. I try.
That's what I'm talking.
But man, I appreciate you, man. Continue the great work, man. It's so good to see a brother who has really stayed committed to not only to the community, but to to the craft of media and using it the right way.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a blessing to see that. So I've been following you, I've been watching you and seeing all the good stuff that you all have been doing. You ain't never stopped anyway. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't stop somebody who just do this anyway. Yeah, you know, a lot of times, you know, you see a lot of people, man, when they're not as prevalent in the public eye no more, they stop doing those things.
Right.
Which means that it really wasn't in them in the first place.
Yeah,
they did it because they had to do it.
Yeah,
you know, you were gonna do this whether you was on radio or not on radio. Absolutely. This is just who you are. Mm-hmm. But I just got one question, man. Me and Reg was asking.
I know what's coming.
Man, what's up with these chickens, man?
Man, I love it, man. It became one of those. It became a project for COVID. It was like, all right, I'm on in the book. I still read, so I'm reading. I'm like, man, this don't look too hard. And I always like animals anyway. I went out one day, man. I came back home with some chickens. So I was like, I knew if I got them, I was gonna do everything I need to do around it. So then one day I'm building pens and I'm building a coop and this and that. I'll try to get my kids involved, and then man, I it's like what you said when you caught that runner's high. It's like, man, when you start seeing taking care of something and it's producing for you, and that, man, it's therapy, man.
Yeah.
You ever watch a chicken run? There's no way you could be angry for the rest of the day, man. It's the funniest thing in the planet, man. This little fat joker running around the yard. So it became that. But now, man, I just inspire other people to do something that's self-sufficiency. So whether it's you growing something or you taking care of some kind of animal or something like that, just to make yourself a little more self-sufficient. And then when the grocery stores ran out of eggs, I was the only person in my neighborhood with eggs. Wow. So like, it's about 6 neighbors, you know what I mean? They came and got eggs for me. Then they put an email blast out to the community. And then folks was coming to my house. I'm like, hey, look, man, come the weekend. I don't got no more. We sold out too. But it was just beautiful to be able to see that, hey, we are able to help our community for something we doing for fun. Yeah. And it kind of took off on a couple of the social platforms. So it's been fun, man.
Yeah, man. That was
fun.
Yeah.
Like, folks be getting on me. I'm in the chicken coop with brand new drawers on. They like, man, what are you doing? You supposed to have boots. I got to do it my way.
That's right. Yeah. You can't. You ain't Green Acres.
Right. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah. Nah, that was funny, man. I was like, man, Reece and these chickens, man. What is going on? Yeah. But man. But you're right. You gotta find something that you like, and it was something new.
Yeah, definitely something I hadn't really seen, and then it showed me a lot because a couple of younger people hit me and was just like, man, it's so dope that you did it, because I felt like I'll be scared to put that up, like what would people say? And I was like, man, it's just live your life, man. You just gotta do what you want to do as long as it's positive.
That's right? It.
And then inspire others at the same time.
That's it, bro.
So man, it's been fun, man. Just like seeing you running, man, and like I said, you had 500 medals in the picture. I said, man, I'm gonna do me one marathon before it's over with. I'm gonna get one medal, even if it got chocolate in it. I'm gonna get one. So you know what I'm saying? But it's dope, man, seeing what you're doing, and it's all for a greater cause. You got this event coming up and getting that bus going. It's gonna inspire so many, change so many lives. Yeah, you know, in a bigger platform.
Yeah, and that's what we want. You know, we really want to be able to get on that bus, take that bus, you know, to these small towns. Mm-hmm. You know, kids who would never see anything. Right. They would never step into a recording studio and just let them have fun. Yeah. You know, and that's what it's about. You know, exposing them to something that everybody loves music, man. I ain't well, except for my little brother. He don't really. They paired me up with a kid who don't have no interest in music.
I thought that was a stretch.
Man, dude, I was like, God, you are so funny. Yeah. But he's a gamer, so I guess I say close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah,
they
close
got music
enough.
On every video.
Yeah, so close enough. but you know, so we just wanna spread the love and the love of music, technology,
absolutely,
to these young people.
Yeah, that's it, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Before we get up out of here, usually give you a Reese's Piece of Mind or Pops Knows Best. Today I heard something that you could really know. Rick, you just said it earlier. Sometimes everybody not gonna like Rick, right? But they're gonna respect it. So what I would say to you guys, it's okay to disagree with things, but it's not okay to be disagreeable with the people that you're having a disagreement. We don't have to be on the same exact keynote, but as long as we can be on one accord, it's all good. All right, y'all, keep it locked in, man. We got our mix coming up. Shout out DJ Decepticon. He's on the way. For those on the streaming side, make sure that you tap in, because on the chat, you can see the website right there to go tap into this treadmill-a-thon. So go ahead and chime in right now. Donate. Be ready to get in. If you got a treadmill at the house or a local gym and you want to be a part of that event, make sure you join my brother on his birthday for that 12-hour treadmill-a-thon. I'm going to do about 12 minutes with myself, but I'm going to be in the building, all right? There it is, Reach Radio. We gone.